As we all know, Mario Party 10 is basically here, offering so much more to the table. We've got Bowser Party, Amiibo Party, and many different ways to play, and tons of mini games to explore. More importantly, being able to play this game and watch everyone scarf down those donuts. I just can't get over daisies. Just look at it! Seriously though, Mario Party 10 is going to offer so much it is just overwhelming. And as you can tell, I am stoked to see what they've got. And I can hardly wait to check it all out. And in that very spirit, I feel the need to revisit the classics on the Nintendo 64 and gather up all the mini games and put them all in the countdown based on my personal perspectives. I'll be looking into the good as well as the bad. So be prepared to check out my favorites and some of my absolute worst of Mario Party 1. To kick things off, I feel it best to start things off on a more positive note. So here we have it, my top 15 personal best of Mario Party. Enjoy! While I personally can't stand having to remember things in Mario Party, Memory Match plays its part well for most, at least to me anyway. If you know how memory card games work, you should get the gist of this. There are 9 panels on the ground and only 8 match up with each other. Your objective is to ground pound the panels and match up 2 of each under 45 seconds. I personally had no problems with this at all, and as the time was running out, the game was getting to the point where I'd have to hurry it on up and get it done with. But in the end, it still leaves me satisfied knowing how well I've matched them up. And in the end, that's all I could ask for in a single player game. Short, simple, and enjoyable. You know, for a basic 2 vs 2 minigame, there's still some fun to be had in this. Desert Dash depicts you and your partner having to work your way forward and bypassing the thwomp in order to reach the goal. It may seem complex, but when you really think about it, it's all about how well you accelerate. Although it's best not to do this with a dipshit computer player, they can mess you up sometimes. It's all about strategic timing and having a certain rhythm and movement. But what the game comes down to, it's one of those good examples of how teamwork can lead you to victory. And in this game's case, quite literally. Who wants to go digging for treasure? I know I do. Buried treasure is pretty self-explanatory, but the actual fun lies in digging through to find the treasure. Even better is that it's never in the same place every time you play. The random standing of the treasure chest is personally why I love this game, and why I have a fun time playing each time, aside from all the digging you do throughout. Not to mention the look of the game is just so silly, it's amazing. I have a strange mindset, I know. Probably the most basic concept of a Mario Party game ever. And I fucking love it! Tipsy Tournament is pretty much simplicity itself. You move the shell around at certain angles to uncover the picture underneath. It's best to start with the middle, then work your way around in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion. Watch out for the shell if it hits you though. You'll be out of commission for a moment before you're back on your feet again. In any case, however you want to play it, that's the beauty of Tipsy Tournament. Nuff said. Call it a guilty pleasure if you want. I'm aware of how Skateboards Camper has some problems here and there, but I can at least tolerate it for trying to be a decent challenge. Basically, you're all on skateboards avoiding the fiery fate of boiling lava as you're hopping through thwomps that try to slow you down. For me, it gives that just sense of adrenaline pumping and puts you in the position of tapping those buttons like hell to make it all the way through. Even if you end up losing based on the fact that everyone goes at the exact same speed and length, you at least have some coins to go home with. Yeah, it's rough around the edges, but I can forgive it in terms that it was still one of those games that packs a good rush of energy on you. And that's all I need in the end. Think back to Super Mario 64. What was the very first thing you saw? That's right, Mario's decapitated head and the ability for you to play around with it and make stupid faces with it. Facelift is that in minigame form, and it works significantly well. You're given the picture of Bowser's head and how it should look like, and you, the artiste, must emulate the exact same image and mess around with his face to get it just right. Player with the most points win. I love this game, no doubt, and it definitely got better in Mario Party 2, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Strangely enough, I find this more addicting than the real thing. Bowl Over is essentially Mario and friends go bowling with Koopa shells. A simple concept, but I love it. You, the bowler, have to knock down the bowling pins, 3 being the other players, and you get 1 shot at it, so no fucking around. If you miss or touch the rails, it's game over. And hey, even if you knock down 1 or 2 of the 3 pins, you still get some coins in the end. While I enjoy it here, my only downer is that it ends too short and could have gone on for more than 1 turn. Thank Mario Party 2 for that. Get 2 people behind some old mine carts working together to go through one hectic ride to reach the end while avoiding the fires below. What do you get? Handcar Havoc. Another prime example of how teamwork will get you far. Your objective is for you and your partner to steer the handcar to the end faster than the other team. Here you can strategize and determine who does the most button mashing while one of you steers so you don't screw yourselves over. You can only rely on each other to make it through the roundabout. And that's why I love minigames like this. Man, I love this song, don't you? Anyway, Crazy Cutter. You get to drill around the fossilized Boo, Goomba, or Bob-omb. Whoever makes the most authentic is in the clear. The variety here, aside from my love of drawing alongside the lines, is why this one is guaranteed an instant favorite. As great as this game is, the funny thing here is that this game is one of those instances where you can see just how bad the AI can get. How stupid can you be to draw a simple shape? Come on, guys! I've drawn much better than you idiot CPUs could any day. With this game, the sky's the limit. It's anybody's game with keep away. Your goal here is to carry the key over to the lock and claim your riches. What I love about this scenario is that you can play it in so many ways. 1. You can pass the key on to the other player and see if they can open it up. 2. You can just straight up unlock the door and claim the winning for yourself. 3. You can ruin the game for anybody who's been doing so for you by letting the baddies have it. Possibilities are endless here, and that's what makes this gem an underrated game. It's worth being in a vault, so to speak. Ever get tired of Bowser ripping you off in almost every way possible? Or do you just plain hate Bowser in general? Look no further. Play some Balloon Burst and take all that fury out on a balloon shaped in his own likeness. I personally get tired of dealing with all the bad luck Bowser gives me, and with this board I can basically say I'm sick of your shit, Bowser. You pump up the balloon bigger and bigger until it explodes. The first to pop their balloon wins. Sounds satisfying to me, wouldn't you think? Makes sense in context, right? You're playing basketball with bob-ombs. But strange as it is, bombsketball is an incredibly fun game of hoops. My only wish is that it lasts more than just one go. Basically, you and another player compete against the other team to shoot the bob-omb into the hoop and win the gold. As I've mostly been playing basketball through my gym class days, this was a clever fun spin on the sport. The concept itself is silly, but I often enjoy this minigame anytime I run into it. If only there were a best of 3 or something like that, then there'd really be some more competition to it. This one is just so addicting for being a basic 4-player. With Mushroom Mix-Up, Toad holds up a flag indicating the color of the mushroom you need to go on while the others sink into the water. With each turn, the pace gets picked up and things start to get tense, and the last person standing is the winner. For me, this is just how a minigame should be. The rules are to the point, the game gets exciting when things speed up, and the overall fun comes from trying to be the last man standing. No wonder this got retooled for the better in the sequel. But that's for another day. Talk about playing with your balls. With this game, it's a fight to the death, as in bumper balls, you roll around bumping into each other and pushing each other into the water until the player remaining wins. I never thought there could be so much excitement and pressure from something like this. When it's down to the final 2, sometimes you'll be going around in circles trying so hard to knock the other guy off. It's insane how amazing the physics are with this game, and regarding their efforts, these guys got guts. Yeah, that joke ran its course when I started this one. Give me a break. Ah yes, nothing can ever top the amazing feeling I get when I play Bobsled Run. This is where the true quality of teamwork comes into play, from the 2 of you working together to get the sled onto the track, to you both going down the slope together to outwit the other team. It's that spectacular feel of cooperating with your partner that makes this game the best out of all the 2 vs 2 minigames Mario Party has to offer. I love it here, and I love it even more in Mario Party 2. From start to finish, this game leaves a big smile on my face knowing I'm being led to victory with the help of the other guy. And even if you lose, you'll still be motivated to try again and overcome the success on the next play. Overall, Bobsled Run is my absolute favorite of the original Mario Party, hands down. So there you have it, all the minigames from Mario Party 1 that I think are the best. But what about the worst minigames this one had to offer? Well, next time. Stick around.